Hi, in this video, I will show you how we can create AWS service control policy, that is SCP, using Terraform. Yeah, we will also assign this SCP on AWS organizational unit. Okay, and also I will show you that how it looks after deployment. Okay, where the CI/CD task is being done by GitHub Actions. Okay, so before I jump in and walk you through the code and also show you the deployment, let me quickly show you the overview of this picture. Okay, so overview of this the complete demos. Okay, so this picture represents the complete overview of my demo. Yeah. So here, as you see in my screen, so it has two big logos. One is the GitHub account. The other one is the AWS account. Okay, so AWS is nothing but the end service where we are actually provisioning something. Yeah. So under the GitHub account, I have a Terraform symbol, which is I represented as a GitHub repo, and also it has the GitHub action. Yeah. And finally, we will be provisioning the required OU, that is organizational unit under organization AWS organizational service. Yeah, and also we will target an example SCP service by using the Terraform. So that's the target of this demo. Yeah, the final pipeline would look like this. Okay, so here in Visual Studio Code, I will be coding my Terraform codes. Once the coding is be done, I would just publish the code to my upstream branch that is in the GitHub repository. Once I make the respective pull request merger, the GitHub action. Okay, so the GitHub action which is meant to provision the AWS service. Here it is service control policies and creating the AWS OU. Yeah, that is organization units. Okay, so that will be provisioned at the end. Okay, so that's what this complete picture represents all about. Okay, so with that note, let's directly jump to code walkthrough. Yeah, our code overview. So as you can see in my screen, so I have my complete environment ready now. So when I say my complete environment ready, I have the Visual Studio Code, I have a GitHub account, GitHub repo, and also so yeah, so this is my GitHub repo. So under that one, I have the two GitHub actions. One is the Terraform plan and the Terraform apply. Yeah, and also I have the main.terraform file which contains the definition of my Terraform backend configurations and also information about the providers. Okay, yeah. So and finally under the root also I have one more file called scp.terraform file, so which contains the definition of my complete SCP provisioning steps. Okay, yeah. So this is my complete environment. Okay, again, so to add to those points, I also have the two branches, one with the name feature branch and another one is the feature branch. The other one is the main branch. Okay, feature branch is nothing but the branch which I denoted as a development branch. Main branch is nothing but a production branch through which I would be releasing the infrastructure. Okay, so whenever I make some changes and also make a upstream branch synchronization to feature branch one, the Terraform plan stage will be get invoked. Okay, so Terraform plan stage will just invoke the Terraform plan. It actually does not create the AWS services. Okay, yeah. And I also have the Terraform apply. Yeah, the Terraform apply is the final step where actually we are actually creating the something. We are actually provisioning the some AWS services in the AWS account. Okay, so that's a brief basic about my environmental setup. Okay, so to know more about how you can set up these environment, like creating the GitHub account, GitHub repo, GitHub actions, and how you can set up the connections between the Terraform and also AWS account, please do watch my previous videos where I have explained everything from the scratch in regards to this one. And also kind request, please do subscribe my channel. That would really encourage me a lot. Okay. So with that note, let's directly jump to this quick code walkthrough. As I explained like earlier, the scp.terraform file is the file which contains the end-to-end definition about this demo. Yeah. So again, I would recommend you to, whenever you are watching this video, if you want to copy the code, please do pause the video pause method and just copy the code. Okay. So it's very small code that is only 37 line. Okay. When you are copying using such methods, then it will make you very handy. It will help you to get a practice of coding the Terraform. Yeah, so that's the reason I again always recommend it to use that method. Yeah, so with that note, let's get started to the code walkthrough here. So let me tell you a brief of this code. What it does is it will do two steps majorly. One is it will create an example OU under the a root OU. Yeah, so if you have the master account, so under the master account you should be having an AWS organization service. Into the AWS organization service, by default there will be an root OU. Yeah, that is the root OU. So under the root OU we will be creating our organizational unit. Okay, so here I will create an example OU, and also I will create an SAP policy, and at the end I will make that SAP policy get attached to the OU. Yeah, so that's what this demo is all about. Yeah, the first one is get the root data. Okay, so to create the OU, we need the parent ID, right? So that's the reason I'm just using this block to retrieve my root ID. Yeah, a root OU ID. So the again the definition of that is it starts with data, and this is the resource type, that is AWS underscore organizations underscore organizations. Okay, so this is the resource type which is used to retrieve the data for our AWS organization, and this is my variable. Yeah, and inside this flower bucket block we are not giving any parameter. Okay, make a note, we are that is just a plain retrieval block. Okay, data retrieval block. And the next one is I'm creating the OU unit, that is organizational unit. Okay, so it's OU, it's not a OU, so that becomes redundancy. So it's OU. So this is the block which creates an OU in the AWS account. Okay, so I have previously shown you how we can create OU in detailed structure if you see my previous videos as well. But since this demo is correlated with the OU, that's the reason I am creating this service as an example here. Okay, again it's a resource in the AWS, and this is the resource type. Okay, so this is the resource type. Yeah, so this is again AWS underscore organizations underscore organizational underscore unit. So this is the resource type which will create an organizational unit under the root OU. Yeah, so this is the variable name. Inside this flower bucket block we are giving the required parameter. One is the name. Yeah, this is the name of my this service. Okay, so this is the SCP demo OU. So they're nothing but so this will be my name of my organizational unit which is going to be created once I release this code to my AWS account. Okay, again this is the parent ID. The parent is nothing but the it will be a root. Okay, because I don't have any other structures. Okay, so I will be creating this example OU under root itself. Okay, so that's the reason the data block was been used above here. Okay, so again this is the parent ID is been retrieved from the same data retrieval. Okay, so here I'm using root, zeroth, and ID. Okay, so that's what I use. Yeah, and the next one is so next one I'm just next block is to attach the SCP policy. Okay, it is attaching SCP policy. So let me make other meaningful note. Okay, so this is the block which attaches the SCP policy which will be created down. Okay, so the SCP policies will be created down, and the same policies will be consumed here. Okay, so before I walk you through this code, so let me walk you through the organization, that is SCP policy. Okay, we can write the code in a different order, but the consumption will happen in an expected. Okay, so that's what the Terraform will automatically identify. Yeah, next one. So as I explained, so this is the block which creates an SCP policies. Okay, so yeah, so this is the core part of our demo. Okay, so this is the code block which helps you. This is the core Terraform code block. This helps you to provision or to create an SAP policy in your AWS organizations service. Okay, yeah. So again, so this is the block which does that, and it's a resource. The resource type is AWS underscore organizations underscore policy. This is the variable, and inside this flower bucket block we're giving the required parameter. One is the name. The name of my SCP policies is AWS OU underscore SCP. Huh? So this is the name of my SCP policy. Okay, and the content of the policy, nothing but what is the definition of the policy is. So okay, the definition has been given in a JSON format, and we are keeping that into smaller than content block of Terraform. Yeah, so this is the block which starts here and ends here. Okay, so the inside this one we are keeping the JSON format. Okay, so that's a JSON format again. So let me quickly walk you through this one. The API version is this one. Yeah, so inside the statement block, so statement array, I'm giving only one item. Okay, so one statement item. Yeah, so that is again SID is required macro type micro instance type. Because so okay, so let me give background of this definition. So this statement, what it does is it will restrict the business or the users to provision the EC2 instance using only T2 micro. Okay, so let's say that you have some certain restrictions in your AWS environment or AWS platform, and also the restriction is such a way that the users has to provision only T2 micro, which is free version. Yeah, they are not supposed to create other than this version. Okay, so how do you control this? You can control this using the SCP, that is service control policies. Okay, and this is the definition which does that. Okay, as an example I have written this definition. Okay, anyways, you can create any kind of policies which you want in your own way. Yeah, Yeah. So this is just a demo purpose I have created this policy. Okay, so it's as an SID says that required micro instance type. Okay, so that's what the SID is, and the effect is deny. Yeah, the effect is deny. Action is the whenever you are provisioning the or when you are running the EC2 instances. Okay, so when that action happens, then the and the resource is and the resource is EC2 instance. Okay, so then the effect will be deny. Okay, so that's what this definition says is okay. The conditions, so first the conditions will be the conditions will be evaluated from here. One action, okay, when what is the happening, that is the creating the EC2 instance. Okay, and what is the is that the resource is EC2 instance? Yes, right. And inside, if that is the situation, then what it does is it will check the conditions. Is the EC2 colon instance type is equal to T2 dot micro or not? If not, block it. um, if not, block it. Okay, if it is T2 dot micro, then allow it. So, okay, that's what this policy does is okay. Yeah, that's just a simple policy. Yeah. Now let me step back again and let me explain the how to attach that policy to an OU directly. Okay, through using the Terraform itself. You can do that by using this kind of block. Okay, so again it's a resource. Yeah, then the resource type is AWS underscore organizations underscore policy underscore attachment, and this is the variable. Yeah, inside this flower bucket block we are giving the required parameter. One is the policy ID. The policy ID is again the same policy which I have just now explained. Okay, if you see here, yeah, the selection part is getting referenced here. Yeah, here you go. Finally, I'm just referencing the policy ID. The target, okay, the target to which this policy has to be attached is nothing but the OU, that is the organizational unit which I have created above. Okay, so that target ID has been referenced here. Okay, so that's it. That's a straightforward code walkthrough. Okay, again, so let me make a note for you that please do video pause options to copy this code. Okay, so that would again help you in a two ways. One is you are learning the code, you are reading the code, so you are learning the Terraform code. Yeah, and then you will understand it because you are typing it. Okay, so that's the reason that will help you to remember the syntaxes of creating as AWS resources and also creating the data. Yeah. Okay, so with that note, let me make a commit to this changes. Okay, so I'm just committing these changes to my local branch, and let me give a meaningful message here. Yeah, so I'm just committing these changes to my local branch. As you see here, so I have just now committed my changes to my local branch. So local branch is nothing but the branch where my repo is sitting in my local laptop. Okay. So and I'm currently in the future branch one in the local. Okay, so now what I do is, as you see here, so there is a zero changes needed down in the downstream, and in the upstream, so there is a one changes need to be synchronized. Okay, so now let me do upstream synchronization. Upstream is nothing but the branch which is sitting in the GitHub account. Okay, so I'm just making a synchronization. Okay, so again, so let me tell you one thing, that once you make a upstream synchronization, they automatically the respective GitHub actions. Okay, so the respective GitHub, when I say respective GitHub actions, I have two GitHub actions as I explained earlier. One is the Terraform apply and the Terraform plan. So now the Terraform plan action will be get invoked. Okay, so let me take you to my GitHub account. So this is my GitHub account. Okay, so let me take to the GitHub account first. Okay, I'm just going back to the GitHub account. So this is my GitHub account and this is the GitHub repo. Yeah, so inside this GitHub repo, as I explained, so it has two branches, main.1 and main feature branch one. Okay. Now, one we have made upstream branch synchronized, nothing but we have pushed some code from my feature branch one, that is development branch. Right, yeah. So here you go. The Terraform plan has been invoked and it has successfully provisioned. Okay. It has successfully ran it. Okay. So sorry, it's not a provision. Okay. So I will clarify that. So let's go to the logs and evaluate what Terraform plan infra plan GitHub action tells all about. Okay, so first one, so let me extend the Terraform plan logs. So it should say it's going to create some certain resources. Okay, so first one, it is creating the organizational unit, it is creating the policy. Yeah, and then finally it is attaching. Okay, so it says that it's going to add the zero three, it's going to add three services. Okay, three add operations, zero changes and zero data. Okay, so that's what the Terraform plan says. Again, so let me make a note that this GitHub action is just giving a blueprint, or just giving telling it just a blueprint of what actually going to do in the Terraform plan stage. Okay, so yeah, So with that note, let's and also it actually it has not provisioned the AWS resources. It has just given the summary that if you are provisioning the Terraform apply, and these are the services going to be created in your AWS account. Okay, so that's what the Terraform plan says. Now to run the Terraform apply stage, I need to create a pull request against my main branch. Okay, because I have defined the GitHub action in such a way that whenever somebody pushes code to main branch, yeah, then only the Terraform apply will be invoked. Okay, so that is something like branching strategy at DevOps, as DevOps methods. Okay, yeah, so let me do that for you. Yeah, so I'm just created the pull request, now merging the changes. Yeah, my merging the pull request, nothing but I'm pushing some code to main branch. Okay, so that would in turn invoke some, yeah, so that would in turn invoke Terraform apply GitHub action. Yeah, so this is the Terraform apply infra release. So that is the GitHub action which got invoked now. So let's quickly walk through the parallel logs. Okay, so let me walk you through the parallel logs as well. As you can see, it's a clearly live demo. Okay, so here you go. It was very quick. It has successfully provisioned the required resources. Okay, one is it has created the OU, that is organizational unit, a policy, that is SAP policy, and finally it has attached it. Okay, and finally the apply is complete, 3 added, 0 changed, and 0 destroy. Okay, so now let me show you that if the organization unit has been created or not, and SAP has been created or not, and finally it is attached or not. Okay, so three checks. Let's do it, and that will mark the completion of my demo. Okay, so let me refresh this console. So this is my AWS account where I was doing this task. Okay, so now what I do is I will go to the organization, that is AWS organizations. Yeah, so in this one I will go first, I will go to the organizational units. Okay, so here you go, the first under the root I have the SCP demo. So yeah, so yeah, so this is the SCP demo, yeah, which got created now. So let me take a one step back. Yeah, so this is the OU which got created. Okay, so now so let me go take you to the policies. Okay, so I'm going to the SCP policies, and let me show you that the policy has been created. Yes, the AWS underscore OU underscore SCP policy has been created. Okay, so let me show you the view of that policy as well. Okay, so this is the definition which I explained, right? So that has been put in here, yeah. So our SAP policy has been created. That is the second check we are doing, right? Now, finally, let me show you that the SAP policy has been attached to this OU, that is the SCP demo OU, yeah. So currently I'm in SCP demo OU organization unit, and let me take you to the OS policy. Yeah, so here you go. The AWS underscore OU underscore SCP policy has been attached. Okay, so now whenever you keep your child accounts under this OU, then this policy will be automatically applied to that accounts. Okay, I have only one account, so that's the reason I cannot show you the actual demo of how the policy works. But indeed, it's okay. It's highly recommended. It's highly promising that if you keep your AWS accounts or child accounts under this OU, then you should have that policy working on. Yeah, since the master account cannot be pushed under the respective OUs, and master on the master accounts, SCP policy does not work. Okay, so let me make a note then. So that's the reason I'm not able to show you that. Yeah, but that's it. This is how you can maintain your AWS infrastructure, that is the organizational infrastructure. Okay, where you will be creating a OU and also creating a SAPs, and also how you can attach the SAPs to the respective OUs. Okay, so this is how you can do it using the infrastructure as a code, using Terraform. Yeah, so that's it. We have completed the demo successfully. Again, the thanks for watching our videos. Kind request, please do subscribe my channel. That will really encourage me a lot. Okay, with that note, thank you, thanks a lot.